Hi, my name is Catherine and I have a lot to say about camping. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to eat well on your fall camping trip. So my first tip is to make a menu and to plan all your meals. So write down what you're going to have for breakfast, lunch, and supper, and make sure that you include warm meals. So I like to have a warm meal for breakfast and definitely for supper, and some people even like to have some soup or something warm midday if the temperatures are cool. So when you're doing so much cooking, make sure that you've packed enough propane for your stove, or fuel for your stove. And for this stove, I generally pack one canister of propane for every 2 days that I'm camping. So speaking of the stove, this is my Coleman 2-burner stove, and this is the stove that I use for car camping. It has 2 burners, so that's my next tip, is to plan meals that will be easy to make using 2 burners. When you include a meal, or you have a meal where you have to use 3 burners, you have to make things in stages. So it's just much more convenient when you think ahead and make sure that you only need the 2 burners when you're cooking. And my third tip is to make sure that you are including healthy food in your menu. So when you're camping, it's easy to go to camping foods like s'mores and hot dogs and things like that, which are fine. But remember that I try to remember that those are treats and they should be treated that way, and eaten only occasionally. So I try to approach meal planning much like I would at home. I make sure that I include fruits and vegetables, and I bring a cutting board and a good knife so that I can prepare vegetables just like I would at home. And I also make sure that I include them with every meal and eat well, because in the fall you're burning even more calories if it's cool out to keep warm, so it's really important to eat well so that you have a good time. So those are my tips for eating in fall camping, and I hope that was helpful. And that's all I have to say about that.